Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. Thanksgiving is coming up, and on this episode, I'll be talking about events you can enjoy both locally and nationally. Plus, I'll be talking about concerts going in and road trips to Holyoke for museums. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question. This episode's question is, which NFL player scored the most points in a Thanksgiving Day game? Now, for this episode's local headlines. As stated at the beginning of this episode, Thanksgiving is approaching. Some of the most popular Thanksgiving Day events are races, commonly known as turkey trots. Such races will be happening in Great Barrington, Adams, Stockbridge, and other places. Registration websites are still being determined. Visit sites like iberkshires.com for more information. The popular Winter Lights Festival will be happening starting in November at Naumkeag in Stockbridge. Winter Lights is a dazzling feast for the eyes, with more than 150,000 energy-efficient LEDs spread across the historic 48-acre gardens. This is a popular event that was talked about last year during the pandemic, and how Naumkeag struggled to put it on. Now, with less restrictions in place, Naumkeag will be back stronger than ever. Winter Lights will run every day from November 27th through January 2nd, with the exceptions being Christmas Eve and Day. Based on the rate of early ticket sales, the show is expected to sell out. So get your tickets now at thetrustees.org/Naumkeag. Masks and proof of vaccine are required, and all parking is on site. There will only be 50 people allowed on the property at a time. Again, this event is expected to sell out, so make sure to purchase your tickets early. Of course, Thanksgiving isn't just about the food or the lights. It's also an important time to give back. Pittsfield and North Adams are both requesting Thanksgiving donations for people in need. In Pittsfield, the South Community Food Pantry is requesting services for the annual Thanksgiving Angels, which is a collaboration of Pittsfield food pantries, faith communities, and civics organizations who provide Thanksgiving turkey and fixings for food insecure local families. To sign up, visit the website shown here or call 413-418-2766. Donations will be handed out to the public on Monday, November 21st. In North Adams, the All Saints Berkshire Episcopal Church will be offering meals. All Saints Berkshire will be delivering the meals to seniors that live in North Adams, Adams, Cheshire, Clarksburg, the town of Florida, and Williamstown. The program is for seniors 60 years of age and older who are alone on Thanksgiving and have no way of having a traditional Thanksgiving meal. The meals will be delivered by volunteers on Thanksgiving Day between 11 a.m. and noon. To make a reservation, call All Saints Berkshire Episcopal Church at 413-664-9656, Mondays through Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now for some national Thanksgiving Day events. One of the most popular events to watch each year is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. Every year, floats, marching bands, Broadway musical casts, and singers march down 59th Street, then head east to 6th Avenue, all the way to 34th Street and Herald Square, where the famed Macy's store is located. This year, it is back in full force after it was canceled in 2020 and held in limited capacity last year because of the pandemic. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will be held on November 24th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can watch the show live on NBC or stream it on Peacock, NBC's sister streaming service. Additionally, NBC will be showing highlights of the parade in case you missed it starting at 2 p.m. Visit Macys.com/parade for more information about the performers, floats, and all other parade participants. The National Football League will be playing 3 games on Thanksgiving, per usual. The first of these games will be the Buffalo Bills against the Detroit Lions, who will be making their 83rd Thanksgiving Day appearance. This will take place at 12:30 p.m. on CBS, and it will also be streaming on Paramount+. At 4:30 p.m., the New York Giants will play the Dallas Cowboys in a rivalry game on Fox Channel. The Cowboys will be making their 55th Thanksgiving Day appearance. Finally, the team of Massachusetts, the New England Patriots, will be facing the Minnesota Vikings during the nightcap on NBC at 8:20 p.m. The game will also be streaming simultaneously on Peacock. NFL Thanksgiving Day also supplies the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, Which NFL player scored the most points in a Thanksgiving Day game? The answer is Ernie Nevers. On Thanksgiving Day in 1929, Ernie Nevers, who was an inaugural inductee in both the College and Pro Football Halls of Fame, scored a remarkable 40 points playing for the Chicago Cardinals. He scored 6 rushing touchdowns and kicked 4 extra points, which was the entire scoring output for the Cardinals that day. This remains an NFL record for overall points scored by an individual, and is the longest standing record as well. His 6 rushing touchdowns also is a record. He was the sole holder of this record until 2020, when the New Orleans Saints' Alvin Kamara also ran for 6. In a Christmas Day game, Mass MOCA will be hosting a new concert in October. This will be performed by theater artist Taylor Mack and his performing partner Matt Ray. It will be a conversation and a preview of his new project. This project, titled The Bark of Millions, is an original music that celebrates queer luminaries throughout history. The New York Times wrote about him in an article in 2019. The article stated, quote, "Fabulousness can come in many forms, and Taylor Mack seems intent on assuming each and every one of them," end quote. Taylor Mack and Matt Ray will be performing at the Hunter Center on November 19th at 8 p.m. Masks are required for this event. Tickets can be purchased at Mass MOCA's website, massmoca.org. The Berkshire Theater Group in Pittsfield has been the home of some excellent cover bands. I've talked about several of them on previous episodes of WWHEN. The latest concert going on is Bon Journey NY. They have performed here in the past, and the last 2 times they performed here, they sold out the Colonial Theater. Bon Journey NY is a unique tribute band that blends the music of Bon Jovi and Journey, 2 of the 80s most iconic music groups. Capturing the sound of each group, as well as their energy and spirit, Bon Journey NY's set includes all of the classic hits that fans of both bands have come to know and love. They started performing in 2010 and have been one of the Northeast's biggest cover bands. Bon Journey NY will be performing at the Colonial Theater in Pittsfield on November 12th at 7:30 p.m. Masks are required at all times for this event. Visit BerkshireTheaterGroup.org to purchase your tickets. They are extremely limited. Hancock-Saker Village will be hosting its annual Hancock Holiday Nights. This is a multi-sensory experience. The historic Hancock-Saker Villages will be illuminated with lights for the holidays. This year, artist Joe Wheaton will be the featured light designer. You can enjoy a winter stroll through the 19th century village, where you can wear appropriate holiday clothes. The iconic round stone barn will be set up similar to that of the first Nativity. This event was held in limited capacity due to COVID the past 2 years, but now it is being held in full force. Hancock Holiday Nights will be happening from December 1st through the 31st. It will be closed on Christmas Day. Tickets are non-refundable, so purchase your tickets in advance. Masks are required for children at all times and recommended for adults. Children ages 5 and under can get in for free. Visit HancockShakerVillage.org to purchase your tickets. The Clark Art Museum in Williamstown is hosting a brand new film series. It debuted earlier in the fall. This is a series of films that show obscure movies to the public. This film series is especially of interest for those who wish an escape from the Hollywood blockbusters. The film series will be wrapping up this month. On November 10th, the movie Murs will be showing. This displays how filmmaker Agnes Varda created a documentary about the striking murals that decorate Los Angeles. On November 17th, F for Fake will be showing. This is a free-form sort of documentary by Orson Welles, the legendary filmmaker. He is best known for his film Citizen Kane, which has been picked by many people as the greatest film of all time, and the radio broadcast of War of the Worlds, which supposedly caused mass hysteria when it was first broadcast, although there have been many conflicting reports about this. Visit the Clark Arts website at clarkart.edu for more information. Masks are required. Our next stop is a road trip to Holyoke to visit 2 museums, both of which are of interest. The first museum is the International Volleyball Hall of Fame in Holyoke. Volleyball, like basketball, was invented in Western Massachusetts. In 1895, William G. Morgan created the sport at a YMCA. Just like James Naismith did for basketball 4 years earlier. This is not a coincidence. The two were friends from Springfield College. Now, volleyball is one of the most participated sports in the world and is one of the highlights on the Olympic schedule. As for the museum itself, a committee was established in 1971 for the creation of a museum celebrating volleyball. In 1978, the committee incorporated Volleyball Hall of Fame, Inc., a nonprofit corporation established for the purpose of planning, promoting, establishing, and maintaining a living memorial to the sport of volleyball. 9 years later, the Hall of Fame opened to the public. Today, there are 161 players, coaches, administrators, and leaders of volleyball inducted. The museum itself contains 5,000 square feet of volleyball history. Each year, the museum also hosts the Morgan Classic, named after the founder of volleyball, for college teams. The International Volleyball Hall of Fame is located at 44 Dwight Street in Holyoke, about an hour from Pittsfield. The museum is open Tuesdays through Sundays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can purchase tickets through the Hall of Fame's website at volleyhall.org. This is the only place that you can reserve tickets. Masks are not required, but they are recommended. The second road trip to Holyoke is the Children's Museum of Holyoke, which is located in the same building as the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. It opened in 1981 as a pilot project for the Junior League of Holyoke. It was originally located next to City Hall as a replacement for a William and Skinner's and Sons mill complex. It did not move into its current location until 1984. Today, it is dedicated to its mission to enhance the educational and cultural awareness of all children through the arts, sciences, and the world around them. For instance, children can learn about emergency services, learn about STEM through the state-of-the-art World of Motion room, and create Legos through the museum's extensive collection. One of the museum's most popular exhibits is the Curvy Climber, which teaches children about gravity and motion through a climbing exhibit. If you have a child who is inquisitive at heart and are looking for an option other than the Berkshire Museum, this is a great museum to go to. As stated earlier, the Holyoke Children's Museum is located in the same building as the International Volleyball Hall of Fame, 44 Dwight Street. It is open on Tuesdays and Fridays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can purchase tickets online at childrensmuseumholyoke.org. Masks are recommended for adults and required for children, especially with the rise in the new respiratory illnesses. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. This episode, we'll be talking about one of RT's favorite films, 2014's Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler was released in 2014. In the film, Lou Bloom is a man who's trying to make an honest living in a dishonest way. He stumbles upon the world of nightcrawlers. These are cameramen that record graphic footage of violent incidents at night to be sold to local TV stations. He establishes himself with an unwilling partner, Rick, to get in on the game. So why do I love this movie? It's the performance of Jake Gyllenhaal as Lou Bloom that makes the movie amazing. He is great as a man of no conscience and someone who may be a sociopath. The movie is scary good. It's a combination of news drama and psychological horror. Even though the movie is very bleak, it will still give you the chills. Currently, you can watch the movie on HBO Max, Spectrum TV, Apple TV, or rent it at your local library, like I did. That ends this week's episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHEN episode again, you can visit Pittsfield TV's and CTSB TV's websites shown here, or visit NBCTC's Facebook page. Also, if you would like to see the episodes in HD quality, make sure to check out my YouTube page at RT Wehry. Thank you, and have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.